So then, if in '93 you were already playing international tournaments, why has there been no sort of continuity or progression? Because I mean, if in '93, I mean, you understand,
like the context of how you were doing that and what was happening,
it's just mind blowing.
and then we're still dealing with, we don't have a system for women's football in 2024.
You understand? I mean,
It doesn't make sense.
when Bafana was being called D4x4, Shaponi 4-1,
Yeah.
there was NPSL. You know what I mean? There was some sort of structure league where the players could play. What type of leagues were you playing?
Neridlala Vodacom,
Okay.
Sanlam. So there were teams,
Yeah.
women teams. Like we would
Where's
play
the history of this? Of this?
Emebara, Exejo.
I mean, even this documentary I just mentioned now, there's none of that.
Like we were playing interprovincial tournaments.
Wow.
We will travel from here to Durban, and then all the regions are there. We will play. That's how we met your Desiree Ellis at a very young age.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm talking about when I was still 14, 15. And then a year later, in 1993, 29 May, Banyana Banyana was formed. We were playing an inter 7-a-side tournament at Edendale, and then they selected we were like 200, selected young girls, 200, and they said they wanted to form. Already Bafana was there. You still remember we had two teams, but the other one was a mix. The one with the blue and black jersey stripes.
I don't know about this.
There was your NS Chirwa.
Okay, I feel so old right now. Yeah.
So after that, when Bafana was like starting to play and people know that there's a national team, then 1993, then we were called in and then they selected in the tournament, and then we went to JSE, and then they selected from 200. Bahafula Rasala really 180, Rasala 160, 120. I was still part of the team until last 18. I was still part of the team.
And I selected these small-sided games.
Yeah, small-sided games.
Okay.
And then they selected. I was still part of the team from 200. Haba and I was still there. Until starting lineup, and then I became the top goal scorer of the national team.
Wow.
Just like that.
Wow.
No.
Okay, so
Wow.
in your view, right? Obviously, we'll speak about what you've done outside of football in terms of your leadership.
Yeah.
What do you think was the I guess. What do you think is the thing that the disconnect? What caused that era to break away and be forgotten? And you understand, because I feel like if you guys started that strong, surely either Safa, I mean Stix Murao was there, right?
Yeah,
and he was a very good administrator.
Yes.
So why couldn't they nourish this talent?
I mean, according to me, I think maybe like the connection just got loose somewhere, and then there was lack of interest for women's football, to be quite honest with you, back then, because we were told, like bluntly so, that a woman's place is in the kitchen. You know?
No, hey, we are going back there now.
Yeah, it was like that with us, but
then how do they tell you that? They allow you to go to international tournaments. They allow you to play these interprovincial tournaments, but now when you're supposed to now progress further, you belong in the kitchen. How does that make sense?
Everybody else, I think. I mean, I can understand when we won AFCON '96 as the men's, like of course the lights and everything was on it and whatever. But you would think that after that, like okay, football needs to,
Not even after that. The fact that they went to international tournaments.
No, I'm saying, I agree with you. I'm thinking from '94 it should have just been the same structure, men, women, applied the same way and just go. But at least when the men's won AFCON the first time, that
Should have propelled
that
something.
period of joy and all of that should have encouraged growth across the sport, not just men's, but across, like because the fact that they were already traveling, they were known.
Right, and they were not called 4x4s.
Yeah, like they were known.
Yeah.
And they were respected outside because they were called every single year. She said they were involved. There was a system being created, right? And they were, from the beginning, they were part of it. So my thinking is, surely one of the national teams, let's look at it that way, wins in football. Okay, guys, no, clearly this football thing is
It's working.
No,
There's something.
no. We have something here. Clearly, we won. We're the best. We've won. Let's propel. But then they did that with rugby, and then we can win back to back. But why did they stop that progression, especially with women's football? Because it's now,
Especially because it was already doing something.
It was there, and arguably it was doing better than the men's because they were already traveling overseas before Banyana Banyana was formed.
Yeah. So what I want to know, the people who said, you guys can't go further, you belong in the kitchen. Okay, I don't know if you want to name names, but I'd love to know who those people are. Were they the SAFA administrators?
Everyone.
Was it coaches? Was it
Everyone, my brother.
even women?
Everyone, Joe. Nobody believed in this thing. You know, first game, and then like in our face, like first game, Radlala Sningning against Swaziland. First game, okay, sharp. We go and play Swaziland. We beat them 14-0, and then first game, yeah,
14?
1-4, 1-4-0. Then second game we visit Eswatini. We beat them 7-0 or 8-0, I think. And then we come back. Now it starts to get serious. Now we know we're playing for the national team, but we don't have national team regardless. We are.
What kit are you using?
Bafana Bafana.
Oh,
They are in camp.
wow.
They are in camp. And then Makari Klanyana Ale. Then like then we wear t-shirts. We're going to an international official match, or maybe Africa Cup of Nations qualifier or World Cup qualifier. T-shirt. For years.
But back then, back then there were no names.
Like tracksuit,
Okay,
traveling kit.
Yes.
Even playing
kit.
kit.
Yeah.
Even playing kit, like pens are this big. So every time when we go to camp, we know, and then you get your kit before the day before. The day before we receive a kit. If the game is tomorrow, then today everybody must go to the kit room. And then Nalata. Then
Wow.
tomorrow at least you look almost your size. Yeah, almost your size.
Yes, the day.
But we stayed there, you know, and because the patient was there, and we were like family.
Of course,
you know? And we had like your Desiree Ellis, you know, before Poshia was fit. So Poshia was fortunate because she came and played for Soweto Ladies, so she found me there.
Okay.
So everything, then like we became close, like we are like family.
Right. Yeah.
So I left Mamelodi, I stayed in Soweto. Now I see football, we travel, Baba. It's nice.
Yeah.
We don't get paid, but we are on the plane, we sleep in hotels, you know. Then we started traveling Morocco, Egypt, everywhere, playing with the national team.
So the reason I'm so shocked, probably you won't know. We as people watching from
You don't know.
fans, we never had an idea. We never knew. I mean, I think our first experiences was when Desiree, Porsche, now we're starting to wear.
Yeah, now
you understand.
Yeah.
But everything before that, like nothing.
We went to camp. You come to camp today, and then on the last day of the camp, taxi rank North, back home, everyone, or utswa Limpopo or utswa kae, fake
Back
taxi,
to, yeah.
kit every single kit or whether
Yes, sir.
socks in back in the bag, zip. You go back to your old clappies, north, utswa national team. You get home, utswere 40 rand.
Wow. Ka nako le tsao peta batho bo di
Body
14.
14, my brother. We were seen on TV.
Yeah, but you know, if they were already involved in the sport globally, and here, the people who needed to see, they knew. The people that could create that structure already knew that this was happening. Obviously. Of course. So, is it safe for me to say that they just didn't care?
Yeah,
To be honest.
because what changed everything? One day when we, Natasha is the president of Banyana Banyana, like of women's football. So obviously she was still with Sundowns. So every game, Sundowns, when we were in camp, we'll go and watch it for free just to get that type, disc and so on. So we go there, but in 2 microbuses of 25 players, really 5 come around. He was playing, I think, Buputatswana somewhere there. And those buses are like Bafana. Everywhere when you get to the stadium, Bafana.
And then how does that go
Bafana,
busy?
Bafana.
How does that go busy?
Raperi di keep
No, but when people realize already, as if Bafana.
really once or
Oh, okay,
Sure. So when we came back from there and then we started nah, guys, man, this can't be right.
Yeah.
Like people must know us.
Of course, yeah.
Us, why we are here. Because now, we cannot, people cannot root for us as Bafana. You know, we are studying this and it has gone this far now. At least there are those people who know that we exist, despite the fact that we are getting paid or not. But we are here. We just have to stand firm and fight for this to happen because it's already here. So we're not going anywhere. Call Desiree in your room, call the whole team. Let's write the petition. We write, there's a school here, JCE or something, yeah. We stay there. You know what's happening? When we have to go to camp, Safa doesn't have money for us to stay in hotels.
But they've got money for Bafana to go.
They are staying here in Southern Sun.
Yeah.
And we are staying in school, ne?
Yeah.
In dormitories. Ne?
Yeah.
So we have to depend on the students when they are going home for holidays.
Yeah.
Then there's space for us to camp.
Wow.
And then we camp, and then there are those who are still there. When you go to the dining hall, you still have to stand on that long queue.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not. No, you know, I can attest to that. When we were also going to these tournaments outside our townships and whatnot, we would also be housed in dormitories or whatever. Sometimes we'd find students there still. Sometimes, so I totally relate to that.
And we were fortunate because we were coached by Ted Dimitri. May his soul rest in peace.
Oh my gosh.
So
just guys, when she mentions Ted Dimitri, please, Skarango base. Yeah, anyway, I digress.
So Ted Dimitri, he said, okay, you know, the type of woman Natasha is, she wants people who fight for themselves. So you guys, what you are doing now is the right thing. Toi. But I want you in training.
But now how do I do and still go to training?
You can pick it, but I want you there.
Because, you know, you have to stay disciplined and follow this.
And then, okay, we brought the petition. Hey, while we were at those dormitories, we saw a red Porsche, and we were like, whistle to each other, ladies, we should be. Same time, they call all of us, same time, friend Hilton Smith downstairs, at the lounge where we met every time. Hey, we go there, we sit there. Natasha brings out
The petition.
petition.
Yeah.
Everybody signed, and he was holding it like this, and he was like, whose handwriting is this?
Wow.
And he was showing it around, and we are like, and Desir was the one who was writing it.
Isa.
And Desir was like, yeah, it's me. And then, okay, sharp. Tell me now, point. Or she read all the points. Point number one, okay, I hear you. Let me tell you one thing. And then he started threatening us, like on how Raphael Chuku, like he behaved the last time, and then how he promised him to take him back, and like before like
what's example
like
again?
yeah, he's making an example, or that's how PMI, like, who the hell you think you are, like
He dropped. He was dropping names basically. If I can do this to Rafael Chuku,
who are you?
Wow.
Just to when after, but when she went through the list, everything like kicked in. Apparently, maybe go ahead. And then she agreed to everything that we wrote. In the afternoon, when we went to training, those two microbuses were gone. They brought 2 microbuses without branding on the side.
Okay.
2 white microbuses. Okay. And then in the evening, they called us again because we met in the lounge, and number 23 and when the lift is not working, we have to go down.
It's fitness, physical conditioning.
So when we got there, then we got the first t-shirt of written Banyana Banyana. The first thing we got there, it was the t-shirt written Banyana Banyana and the cap. Those 2 things. And then like we were so grateful, like, hey, at least
things are happening.
2 things. People are giving, when we meet Nigeria, they having these big bags with everything. In the morning they change to short, push in, cap, vest. And now we go, so t-shirt. But still we stayed, and then we traveled. It's unfortunate, there were scenes that like sometimes I don't like to share because they cut deep. But then nonetheless, we went to Nigeria at some point to play I think it was the final, either us or Nigeria. We played draw in South Africa. Pusha scored 2 goals. And then we returning the game next week. We go to Nigeria. Okay, normally when we go to Nigeria, we've been there several times. So normally when we go to Nigeria, we would be staying in Lagos. And we know in Lagos, it's us versus the lizard. In the hotels, monkeys, like the treatment there was not conducive. So, okay, this time around, we went to, when we got to Lagos, they said, no, we're going to Abuja. Then we traveled by bus to Abuja. We got to Abuja. Okay, they give us this 5-star hotel, like everything, and like for the first time in Nigeria. And normally when we traveled, okay, Woolworths used to help us. They gave us like water, pasta Pasta Romano also was sponsoring us, Banyana Banyana. But they were only giving us pasta, not money.
So this pre-match meal thing, pasta is the thing.
Yeah, the thing, pre-match meal is
pasta. We grew up with that shit.
Pasta
pre-match meal
and tomato. So once you get there, okay, we get there, ne? Sharp, we get this magnificent hotel, and like, wow, 5-star. We are, wow, Mamria Lidwaba. And then we have to play on Tuesday. Yeah, we go for supper. Then when we were eating supper, after supper, they brought like drinks, like buddy cokes, but buddy, like buddy pina.
Okay.
So like everybody grabbed, because now for the first time, like we've been coming to Nigeria, like we
like normal people, man.
So we were excited to have at least normal food. You can like on a buffet have your nice lunch. And then we started getting sick, like feeling nauseous and that one. And then it went serious, my brother, because like I think half the team were in ambulances, like streamline of ambulances to the hospital. We've been treated there. The game was postponed because we were supposed to play the following day.
Yeah.
The game was postponed.
Food poisoning.
The stadium,
It's
it's by who thought that you were game.
yeah.
The stadium, we are in hospital. Unfortunately, that's why I'm saying I don't like to talk about it. Sometimes I don't disturb because like I was the worst. Like I nearly lost my life.
Wow.
I nearly lost my life. I stayed there in ICU. Like I passed out for like 2 or 3 days.
Sure.
What?
Most
You were
of the
technically
people,
in a
especially Gamohai, they thought we were really kashuhin.
Yes.
It was bad, but it was bad
Sure.
because I remember I was sharing with Push. So in the evening after like we ate that supper, we went to our rooms. And then we were like, okay, hey, Ndanas, let's watch a movie. And then I went to the bathroom. That was it. So apparently when she came, I like maybe fainted and I was bleeding and I was vomiting non-stop. Wow. So like we normally have the doctor, the physio and your psychologist. So they are the one who took us to the hospital. Antonio Carreras. Like all the rooms, all the players are opening the doors. Hey, doctor, hey, doctor. It was bad, me brah. And the stadium, so game was postponed. So I stayed there for 3 days. Then they went. The game was rescheduled to be played on Thursday. Half the team is still in the hospital. There's no way.
There's no way you're gonna.
We are very sick, brah. We have everything. We have diarrhea. We have non-stop, like we
vomiting.
Like, you know.
Yes.
What kind of poisoning was that?
I don't know. And then I still have the article, like when we travel. I see they talk about us in the newspaper. I take that paper card and then get some money on. I still have that article that says Nigerians were saying they were not responsible for the food poisoning. They don't know what we ate in that hotel.
Wow.
They don't form part of that. And then we went to the stadium. We even played the game on a Friday. And by then, it's only 7 players, babaling super, like half fit. And then later now we have to drag ourselves into the field so that we can honor the game. When we get the worst of them all, we get to the dressing room, they bring, I don't know what to call them, maybe it's medical staff. They come and then to ensure whether we are male or female.
No way.
Yeah.
Coming from Nigeria.
Yeah.
If I mean, look, I'm not trying to be bad or anything, but I mean. No, man.
Serious. Imagine after the trauma, like we've been sick, we don't know whether we're gonna get home or what's happening. They still bring people to come and check if you are
female or not.
Yeah, like literally.
And your administrators allowed it.
Yeah,
they did not
there's
protect
nothing you
you
can do.
No, but they're your administrators. Like they are quote unquote your employers, right?
They say it's like that. They bring the Nigerian doctor, they bring the South African doctor, they bring other 2 people that we don't know. They say they are the medical staff from from FIFA or something.
Were they doing the same thing for the Nigerian team?
Then one. About when I go sighting, okay, sharp.
No ways, guys.
No, but I mean.
Were they doing the same thing to the Nigerian team?
We don't know because they're
in the other dressing room.
You know.
Yo.
So at some point, like you felt humiliated, but now we want to play this game. We are good at this.
And you're already there.
And we represent our country, and we were 100% sure this time around that we're gonna bring it, like we are going to the Olympics.